In a small brown house in rural West Tennessee, a diminutive figure with failing eyesight, quietly and in seclusion, went about her commitment to say thank you in her own way to America, her adopted country. Every morning for almost 20 years, Clara Fodor meticulously placed thimbles on her fingers and began delicately weaving her needle through cloth to complete her mission. Utilizing an embroidery technique of laying satin stitches on top of the fabric, Clara crafted state flowers and animals, buildings and flags, figures and symbols to create 50 wall hangings commemorating each of the 50 states. It was her humble way of expressing her pride in her American citizenship. Clara Haluska Fodor was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1920 and immigrated to America in 1938. She married and had a family, lived in Pennsylvania and Michigan, earned a college degree, and taught school. Always fascinated by the textile arts as a child, but kept out of classes in traditional embroidery because of her poor eyesight, Clara taught herself the art of needlework. She became a prolific quilter. Before she and her husband moved to Tennessee, Clara undertook her state project with sheer determination and the support of her family.
Michigan was the first one that I made, and I was so happy, and everybody thought it was, fine. Then the kids started saying, my children, that Mama, what's wrong with Pennsylvania? They were all born in Pennsylvania. I says, well, I'll make a Pennsylvania one. Then my husband spoke up. He says, there is nothing wrong with New Jersey. I says, how about New Jersey? I made New Jersey. And then after that, I says, well, let's get going and make the quilts. And everybody said I will not finish 50. But I did.
She researched, designed, and executed each hanging, spending an average of 500 to 800 hours on the execution of each piece. Textile experts agree that it is rare to find such elaborate embroidery on a quilted piece, and to undertake 50 is amazing. Mrs. Fodor's satin stitches are so dense and uniform that the entire design appears to be pieceworked rather than embroidery. Clara's work has been exhibited at the National Folk Festival and at museums in Michigan and Tennessee. In 2000, Mrs. Fodor made a gift of her entire 50 States series to her adopted state of Tennessee, and they are now at home in the Tennessee State Museum. Although she was familiar with traditional European embroidery form as a child, she became an experienced American quilter, developed her own style, set her own standard, and became the master of it. Challenged by poor eyesight, few people can imagine that kind of personal dedication. In Clara's own words, you don't have to see it, you just have to feel it.